The worship of God must be at the center of your life. At the center. God must never be an afterthought in your life. I'll worship him after I get up. The story is told of a man who came to worship. A little girl said, "Mister, where you been?" He said, "I've been worshiping God." She said, "Well, mister, what the preacher talk about?" He said, "Well, I didn't get to church on time." She said, "Well, mister, can you tell me, what did the pastor go to the cross?" He said, "Well, I left worship early." He said, well, mister, I know you went to a Baptist church, a church that believed the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. I know you went over there by Union Hill Missionary Grove Baptist Church, located next to the cemetery. What was the preacher's 3 points? He said, "Well, I was sleeping then." But he went to worship. Is that your attitude tonight? Is that your demeanor tonight? Can you consider that to be your disposition tonight? Why are you here? You see what I was going to say? I must tell you what I'm going to say. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. God is not concerned with what you got left. God is concerned with what you started with. It's from God to you, back to God. We wouldn't have anything if God didn't first what? Give it to us. But there are some problems in the text. I saw the text, and I looked at the text, and then I saw some problems in the text. God started talking to him. Told him he wanted his very best. Then after he told him and disclosed that he wanted his very best, next thing the text says that Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass, and he went on a worship experience with God. But there's some problems in between God talking and him moving. Let's look at the text. The text says, "Whom thou lovest." That presents an endearment problem. God's challenge to Abraham is hard because whatever we hold dear to us, it's hard for us to sacrifice and surrender unto God. When is the last time you sacrificed something of worth to worship God who is worth everything? An endearment problem. Many of us can't give God our best because we hold so close the stuff that God has given to us. There's an endearment problem. Secondly, I see another problem. It's an ending problem. If Abraham had given his son Isaac, what kind of seed, how can God fulfill his obligations unless he raised Isaac from the grave? An ending problem. You may have a problem with giving God your best in fear of losing what you have treasured in your heart. We have to believe and know, just as Abraham did, that if we sacrifice our best in sincere worship to God, that he would be able to resurrect the thing we sacrifice and even give us more than we've even sacrificed. There's an evil problem in the text. Sacrificing Isaac seems so evil and cruel. How could a good God of love and respect expect so much from Abraham? He has given Abraham this boy. Then he expects Abraham to give him back to him. How can he expect so much and cause so much bereavement to Abraham and Sarah? You may have asked a similar question. How can God expect me to give him of my time, of my talents, of my treasures, when he knows how preoccupied I am?